Tonight, an arrest was made from a Schoharie limousine crash.
A Pulaski man arrested.
And a Rochester nurse is accused of larceny.
WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Dan Corlett.
And I'm Brianna Watson.
More information has surfaced in regards to the deadly limousine crash in Schoharie that killed 20 people. According to the New York Times, the operator of Prestige Limousine, 28-year-old Naaman Hussein, has been arrested for negligent homicide.
The limo involved in the crash has failed 2 inspections in the last 7 months and has been ordered off the road by officials before the incident. Mr. Hussein's lawyer says his client was only involved in the marketing aspect of the company. Prestige Limousine is owned by Hussein's father, Shahad Hussein.
University Police and Penfield Library are asking students to stay alert when leaving personal belongings unattended. As of yesterday afternoon, 4 laptops have been reported stolen on campus. All of the thefts have happened in or around Penfield Library, and Library Representative Lauren Farnsworth says they're being taken from the 3rd floor study rooms when the laptop owners leave the room for a minute or 2. University police are investigating and they have a description of the person of interest. Please report any suspicious activity to the University Police at 315-312-5555.
A Pulaski man has been arrested for his part chopping down trees on Oswego County property. Authority says John Holbrook was receiving cash for trees he directed to be cut down, and he was intentionally damaging the property. The property and how long the operation has been running was not specified. Holbrook has been charged with 2nd-degree criminal mischief and 4th-degree grand larceny.
A DeWitt man is facing up to life in prison without parole after rejecting a plea offer. 37-year-old Lester Schaefer is facing 1st-degree murder charges after being linked to the murder of Lyle Lyons back in December of 2017. Lyons and Schaefer are linked through a number of calls and texts, as well as an item missing from Lyons' residence with the Schaefers' DNA found on it. Schaefer was offered a plea deal which could have limited his sentence to 25 years with parole. Schaefer is expected in court on December 3rd.
We have reporter Matt Green in the WTOP office to discuss a local art show with a twist. Hey, Matt.
Thanks, Brianna. This past weekend, I attended an expo of drawings, paintings, and photography, as well as an unexpected surprise visit by some furry friends. The Fulton Art Association held its annual photography show last Saturday at Fulton City Hall's Community Room. The event, which has been held every October since 2013, showcases various types of photography, drawings, and paintings by the local citizens of Fulton. The event was organized by the president of the Fulton Art Association, Catherine Mahalik.
I took over in 1999. They were coming close to folding, and we kind of revitalized it and enlarged the number of events you could put in. And we have our annual show every May, the weekend before Memorial Day. We have a high school show in March. Will be the 13th year we've done the high school show between Fulton, Phoenix, Hannibal, and Oswego. And then we hold our photography show in October, and we may hold a couple other events.
Besides her work with the Art Association, Mahalik works with the Oswego County Humane Society, fostering at least 20 rescue cats in her home. Several of those cats went up for adoption at the event.
We just feel that it's always a great opportunity to join in other community events and have the opportunities to showcase our lovely cats.
The photographers and artists competed in 5 categories: landscapes, people, buildings, animals, and objects. The winners were picked by a viewer ballot where spectators voted for their favorite piece. We got a chance to speak to Jose Ortiz, who won a Viewer's Choice ribbon for his photography piece entitled Dapper Dog.
He is my inspiration behind all that I do. I love black and white photography because I feel like with doing black and white, when your eye is so focused on color, yet with the black and white, you're drawn to the whole image. And I feel like taking that for the same instance in life, like if you're only drawn to the things that really catch your eye, but the whole picture is what really counts.
Catherine Mahalik also says that the association provides scholarships for high school seniors from Phoenix Central School District right here in Oswego. For more information about the Fulton Art Association, visit cnyarts.org.
Thanks for that, Matt. It's October, and that means flu season is here. Reporter Michael Jean is going to give you the 411 on the importance of the flu vaccine and the resources here on campus.
Already in the flu season, students are experiencing the disease going around campus. At Mary Walker Health Center, staff members are helping students prepare to tackle the flu and cold. Here at SUNY Oswego, Mary Walker Health Center provides free flu shots to students as well as health and medical advice. As of October 5th, Mary Walker has vaccinated over 350 students this year. Their turnout has been better compared to last year. Angela Brown, Director of Student Health Services, explained the importance of receiving the vaccine.
So the flu shot is important because it usually prevents a person from getting the flu. That is the goal of it. Once you get a flu vaccine, you can potentially still contract the flu virus. So one of the advantages that the flu shot has is that if you get the virus, it means that you're sick a shorter amount of days and usually less sick than somebody who has never been vaccinated.
Brown also discussed the importance of prevention.
Other ways to make sure you wash your hands. Any mucous membrane, so your nose, your eyes, your mouth, can be a portal for a virus to get in. So if you're walking around campus and then go to eat lunch and don't wash your hands, you could get the flu virus that way. Or if you're sitting in class and you're got an itch and you're itching the corner of your eye or something like that, again, if you don't wash your hands prior to that, you could potentially get that virus in there. So
students tell their thoughts on the flu outbreak and their experiences.
But I also think it's because we all live so close and we're all friends and it just spreads quickly.
Received a nasty one relatively early on, and as a result I struggled a lot.
According to Director Brown, mobile flu shots will be available in the near future for students. Michael Jean reporting.
For more information about the Mary Walker Health Center and self-care, you may visit their office or their website.
Governor Andrew Cuomo has announced nearly $16 million in federal funding will allow 61 state-supported victim assistance programs and child advocacy centers to hire legal representation in civil legal matters. Victim assistance programs will be able to use these grants funded through the Federal Victims of Crime Act to hire attorneys for people who have been the victims of various crimes like child abuse, sexual assault, or human trafficking. Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul hopes this grant will help victims, especially those with low income, hold their offenders accountable.
A Rochester nurse has been arrested and accused of grand larceny and working with a suspended license. Asmaret Johannes worked at Wesley Gardens Nursing Home from October to January of 2018 with a suspended license and received over $20,000 in that time frame. Attorney General Barbara Underwood reports despite consenting to her suspension, the 37-year-old Johannes continued accepting work. Johannes faces a maximum sentence of 10 years on both grand larceny and unauthorized practice of profession felonies. No court date has been set.
American Red Cross volunteers from Western and Central New York are on their way to assist with the Hurricane Michael response and recovery. Governor Cuomo announces the New York Air National Guard is preparing to send 75 airmen to Gulfport, Mississippi and Tallahassee, Florida. Between today and tomorrow, Hurricane Michael is expected to be a Category 4 storm with 130 miles per hour wind gusts and dangerous flooding in some areas.
Coming up later tonight, Hurricane Michael touches down on United States soil.
And a fatal bus crash in Kenya.
And now for quick weather with meteorologist Eric Johnson. Eric, how is it looking outside?
All right, thanks guys. We're outside right now. Temperatures are in the 70s, and across the region it's about in the 70s as well. And tonight we're going to be dropping down into the 60s with some rain moving in later tonight. And then tracking Michael, it's currently moving through southern Georgia very slowly, and it's weakening, and it'll be moving into the Carolinas and producing a lot of rain for that area. But for the most part, it will be missing our region, but I'll give you more updates on that later tonight.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
Hey, bud. Hey.
What?
What are you doing October 17th at 2 p.m.?
I don't know. What are you guys doing?
Funny you should ask, because we're actually watching the Media Summit Red Carpet Show at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, October 17th on WTOP10.
This job looks perfect. It says you need a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
All right, so right now we have light rain moving into western New York towards Oswego. And rain's going to continue late tonight, and it'll be wet and damp tomorrow, and cooling down towards this weekend. And we're continuing to track Michael. You can see the cooler air with the cold front coming across Chicago right now, and that cooler air is going to be coming towards us later this weekend. And for the futurecast, we're going to have some heavy downpours moving in tonight, and temperatures for the most part staying in the 70s. And the rain moving out. And as you can see, the temperatures are going to then start to drop tomorrow and drop even further tomorrow night into the 40s. So tomorrow's highs again around the upper 60s and lower 70s. And tomorrow's lows are going to be in the upper 30s and mid 40s. And then we have Hurricane Michael with 85-mile-an-hour winds moving to the northeast. And it's going to be tracking towards the Carolinas and bringing some heavy rain where we saw heavy rain a couple weeks ago with Hurricane Florence. And the 7-day forecast, we're going to have temperatures tomorrow in the 70s and then cooling down to the 50s. And by next Monday and Tuesday, we'll barely be getting out of the 40s. And now we're going to send it back to the desk for more news and sports.
All right, thank you for that, Eric. We're going to be going to break. We'll see you guys in a minute.
Is "How are you, precious" okay?
Take out the precious. It's way too cheesy.
Okay, yeah.
Just go,
You're
hey,
right.
how are you?
Nope.
How's your day?
Yeah.
Don't be cheesy.
Yeah, I figured.
So, what'd she say?
She's still typing. I'm not sure. She never takes this long.
I wouldn't worry about it. Give it a few minutes.
Okay.
Hey, bud. Hey.
What?
What are you doing October 17th at 2 p.m.?
I don't know. What are you guys doing?
Funny you should ask, because we're actually watching the Media Summit Red Carpet Show at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, October 17th on WTOP10.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to WTOP10 Nightly News. U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley announced she plans to resign at the end of the year and has left many people curious about her personal finances, particularly the hundreds of thousands of debt she has accumulated over the years. It is being reported that Haley's debt could range anywhere between $525,000 and $25,000 to $1.1 million. Haley's office says her finances did not play a role in her decision to resign and insisted her debt is no less than $500,000.
Another storm has made landfall, and southern residents are bracing for yet another hurricane. Hurricane Michael is bearing down on Florida's panhandle, the strongest storm to make landfall in the continental U.S. since 1992. The eye wall of the storm made landfall near Mexico Beach with sustained winds at 155 miles per hour. Natasha Chen has the latest on the monster storm.
Hurricane Michael is slamming into the Florida panhandle as a monster storm gaining intensity with the potential to cause catastrophic damage.
Right now, the winds is extremely high. It's probably as bad as I've ever seen it.
Florida's governor issued a stark warning to any residents who did not evacuate.
Now the storm is here. The time to evacuate in coastal areas has come and gone.
Some residents who decided to stay are sharing photos of where they are riding out the storm. Many bridges connecting islands to the mainland are now closed.
What's the most surprising and the most astounding, to be quite honest, is how quickly the storm surge has taken over this town.
Officials warn of a storm surge that could reach 14 feet in some areas.
Storm surge is going to be the worst where the eye makes landfall. So not only is it going to bring 14 feet of ocean water and coastal flood inundation, there'll be wave action on top of that.
Tens of thousands of customers are already without power. Officials say it may not be restored for days, possibly weeks. President Trump received a briefing on the storm by FEMA.
I had a long talk with Rick Scott, Governor Scott of Florida. Very well coordinated with all of the states.
Millions of people across 6 states are under hurricane warnings and watches as the storm is expected to blow over Georgia and the Carolinas in the next few days. In Panama City, Florida, I'm Natasha Chen.
Thousands of people are already without power and is not expected to be restored for days. Georgia and the Carolinas are under hurricane watch as the storm is expected to hit the states within the next few days.
Over 500 tapes have been confiscated from a Michigan man's home. 60-year-old Gilbert Conway has been detained on 86 counts of sexual assault and the possible connection to 6 alleged rapes. The Flint resident was arrested and charged in connection to 3 victims in July, and on Tuesday was arraigned on 3 more. The 500 tapes, each with 8 hours of video on them, are believed to be Conway's documentation of his assaults. Conway pleads not guilty to all charges. Some parts of the country are still enjoying summer-like temperatures, but there's already a holiday forecast. According to a leading trade group, holiday sales are up more than 4%. In today's Consumer Watch, Kim Hutcherson has a closer look at the newly released shopping forecast. We actually don't have that clip right now, so we'll be moving on to the next story. We apologize. The Justice Department has revealed changes brought forth against a suspended Chinese spy. The alleged spy, Yang Shu, was caught trying to steal trade secrets from American aerospace companies. He was transported from Belgium to the U.S. on Tuesday. This will be the first time a Chinese spy will face prosecution stateside ever. Zhu is accused of working alongside the Chinese government trying to steal information regarding GE aviation schematics and business plans. Zhu made his initial appearance today in court in Cincinnati.
One of the suspects involved in the attempt to murder Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has died under suspicious circumstances. Reports from the Venezuelan government officials claim 56-year-old Fernando Albin jumped out of the 10-story window of the Bolivian intelligence service while he was being detained. According to CNN.com, officials outside of Venezuela are questioning Albin's cause of death, saying the accident may be a homicide resulted from torture. The Venezuelan government has denied these accusations.
A bus crash in Kenya killed at least 50 people, including 7 children. Authorities say the bus was traveling from Kenya's capital to its port city, Kisumu, when the driver lost control of the vehicle while going down a steep hill. CNN.com states the injured were taken to local hospitals to be treated for their injuries. Kenya's president released a Twitter message expressing his condolences.
Coming up in sports, Aaron Valentino.
You're watching WTOP 10 Nightly News. We'll be right back.
My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
I wouldn't use this one.
He helps me with my decision making.
Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, no. And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what?
Ryan just texted me.
Oh my god, what did he say?
Netflix and chill?
Netflix and chill, that's like so last year. It's all about WTOP movies on demand and chill.
You are so right.
Yo, bro, what's wrong?
Yo, bro, my girl left me, bro.
But why?
Because I don't watch
WTOP 10 Movies on Demand.
Hey, bud. Hey.
What?
What are you doing October 17th at 2 p.m.?
I don't know. What are you guys doing?
Funny you should ask, because we're actually watching the Media Summit Red Carpet Show at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, October 17th on WTOP 10.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to WTOP Nightly News. I'm Aaron Valentino with your sports update. Oswego's golf team is off to a stellar start with excellent leadership and consistency. As David Marshall explains, the team is off to a good start.
State men's golf team is having a hot fall season. 3 tournament wins, including a big victory over St. John Fisher in the Empire 8 Conference Championship. With 1 remaining invitational on the schedule, the successful fall season has the A-team feeling confident for the spring. Seniors Sean Paul Owen and Corey Marshall lead the squad with strong and consistent play.
Definitely our starting 5 right now is probably the strongest it's ever been. I think people are just peaking at the right time.
Yeah. Something you rarely see. Freshman Ryan Fico earned his way onto the starting 5.
Addition of Fecco this year, that definitely helps.
So I think that he's definitely stepped up. He's put a lot of good scores in for us and definitely helped the team this year.
Daniel Moore is also playing with a purpose, and it's showing with a recent roster change.
What has been on and off the A-team in previous years, and I think that this year he really put his mind to playing well.
Stepped up big time.
The final member of the starting 5s, Eric Schleicher, a 3-year starter on the golf team and a team favorite.
Eric is good. He's a good team guy. He's been playing pretty good.
He's very consistent. He's never too high, never too low, pretty much down the middle most of the day, so he's definitely a solid. He's always going to shoot a solid score for you.
Reporting for WTOP 10 Sports, I'm David Marshall.
This weekend, the Oswego volleyball team will participate in the Oswego State Quad, taking on St. John Fisher on Friday, as well as Union and Oneonta on Saturday. The Lakers are 13-8 overall this season, but just 2-4 in conference play, putting them 5th in the SUNYAC. If they want to make the SUNYAC tournament, they're going to have to win these next few games. Earlier this week, New Paltz and Geneseo both clinched playoff berths, leaving only 4 spots remaining. The Oswego State men's lacrosse team will wrap up their fall season on Saturday with the green, gold, and pink game against Canzanillo College and SUNY Poly. This scrimmage also acts as a fundraiser to the Wilmot Cancer Institute. The Lakers have been doing this game for the past 10 years, and for the 3rd year in a row, they will play against other colleges rather than playing against themselves. If you want to attend the game this Saturday, there's no admission fee required. The Philadelphia Eagles are off to a tough start at 2-3 this year, and they faced a number of problems, including losing their star running back, Jay Ajayi, to injury. Coach Sean McDermott of the Buffalo Bills was asked earlier today if the Eagles had contacted the team about making a trade for Bills running back LaShawn McCoy. McDermott did not dismiss the idea, but chose not to comment any further. With the deadline on October 30th, the Eagles are going to have to decide if they want to make a deal with the Bills. Sticking with the Eagles, they'll face the New York Giants tomorrow on Thursday Night Football. The Giants will look to come back strong after a heartbreaking loss to the Carolina Panthers. The Big Blue are off to a bit of a rough start, going 1-4 through the first 5 weeks of the season. While the Eagles have looked better, they've struggled as well with a record of 2-3. Both teams have faced a number of problems this season, but with the NFC East wide open this year, these two teams will look to come back strong and set the pace for the rest of the season. Now let's get to the highlights for ALDS Game 4 at Yankee Stadium. We head to the top of the 4th. The Red Sox up 3-0, and Kristen drives one right, and that ball is gone. It gives the Red Sox a 4-0 lead early on. Top of the 8th inning now, Betanzas facing Benintendi, and he struck him out to get out of the bases-loaded jam, and we will head to the bottom of the 8th with the Red Sox up 4-1. Chris Sale now on the mound in the 8th inning facing Aaron Hicks, and he gets him looking on the corner, and we will head to the 9th with the Red Sox just 3 outs away from going to the ALCS. Bottom of the 9th, the Yankees trying to come back. The bases are loaded, and Kimbrel hits Walker, and a run will come in to score, making the score 4-2 Red Sox, as Red Sox fans are getting a little nervous with Kimbrel on the mound. Torres at the plate now. The Yankees are down to their final out. He hits a grounder to Nunez, and the throw got him at first. And we look at the replay here. They just got Torres by a hair. We look to the Red Sox will head to the ALCS to face the defending world champion Houston Astros for the first time since 2013. The ALCS will begin on Saturday at 8 o'clock in Boston. Congratulations to the Red Sox.
All right, well, that's it for our report tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great night.
My name is Gina Iliev. I am the Health Equity Coalition's coordinator at Planned Parenthood here in Central and Western New York. I'm also Executive Masters in Public Administration here at the Maxwell School, Syracuse University. In the last couple years, you've seen a number of movements, and I'm sure you've seen all the hashtags that go along with it. I think it's really important to talk about what those hashtags mean, and then once we garner that power through those media avenues, how do we really activate people on the ground and in real life? I'm really looking forward to learning from the other panelists too what they do. I work for a local nonprofit, and some of the other panelists are from very big corporations, and I'm really interested in how they navigate those spaces. What do those connections look like?